Hola, amiguis. I hope everything is going good. ¿Qué onda? I want to explode. Alright, let's see how much work I can do with my brain being this way. We're going to see what happens. Okay, let's see. Why? Okay, there we go. Okay, we got a large page today. That's okay. That's alright. Sorry, I am low-key a little bit late today. I was having anxiety attacks. That's cool. But here we are. Only a little anxiety, right? Also, we got to hydrate and a stretch. I'm going to drink some of this damn refresher. How you doing, Chips? Hopefully okay. All right, let's see what we got. We'll see if I can even function today. I'm actually going to have a very thin panel here. Okay, let's see. How do I want to do this? I may not be able to complete a stream today. We're going to see how it goes. Why you do this to me, Photoshop? Wrong layer. Let's flip horizontal. All right, not bad. Made plans to talk with college advisor. Nice. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad. I found so far that all of the people at like the Canadian universities are just super friendly. So friendly. Trying to figure out how I'm going to tackle the rest of today. Because I am having a time. I look who's inside again. Went out to look for a reason to hide again. Well, well, buddy, you found it. I have so much work to do, and my brain is like, absolutely the fuck not. And I'm like, interesting. This is a fascinating thing that you've presented me with here. I've never felt like this in my life. Or maybe I have. It's hard. It's hard because part of me wonders if I was dealing with this shit a lot. The first like round of PTSD hell I went through like a while ago, and I just don't remember because my brain blocked it out. You know what I mean? Like there is a chance that that is a real thing that my brain decided to do. That's hard. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hi, Jungus. What's going on? How you doing? Trying to figure out what kind of posing I want to do. I may be incredibly slow and super responsive, or super unresponsive, because my body is freaking the fuck out. So if I am incredibly slow or if I have difficulty speaking today, y'all know what happened to me. Damn. Movement. Something's gotta change. Can you feel it now? As the sun shining through a summer rain. Okay. I'll show the last page that I worked on. That way you guys don't have to look at like just blank shit while I'm working. Sorry, I can't show Daz on stream because otherwise Jeff Bezos will try and end my life. And I don't got time to deal with Jeffrey. Chain to blow out from the pictures. I'm trying to find something suitable. And I'm glad because I got a bunch of brand new poses, which are great. They're great. But also, they're not perfect. And so I have to find stuff and move it. Got some Trench Crusade. I don't know what that is, but I hope it's cool. I'm sure it's great. Why? You know the one when you're looking for a very specific pose and you're like, you can't find it? It's in here somewhere. I will find it, dang it. Oh, this is good. That's fine. That's better. Okay, I found it. I got it. Yeah, I did it. My brain may have exactly 2 brain cells rubbing together. But, by God, I figured it out. I did it. I open my eyes. I can do anything. I am a kid again. I can do anything. Won't bite. I am a kid again. I can do anything. All right, let me get this off my screen so that Jeff Bezos does not come for my nuts. I don't really need that. I don't need it. I don't want to die. Line. Okay, let me get rid of Nippies because they're Jeff. Because Jeff. Oh, it's like Warhammer. Cool. Me and Warhammer are not friends because math is hard. But I respect it. Also, miniatures are cool. I've never painted miniatures, but I love like seeing really, really cool, like fully painted miniatures. They're just neat. It's just cool. All right, we got a posture check. Everybody sit up. Don't shrimp. Don't be stinky. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. All right, let me get the censorship going in here because Jeffrey. Okay, sure. I will eventually not die. Have fun with your lurkey. See you later. I'll be here. Boy, howdy. I think actually this page is not going to be that bad. I keep having the fear, but honestly, I should not be afraid. I'm all right. I get to use effectively the same pose just from multiple angles because of the way that this works. Now I have to change it up, but that's okay. I'm losing my heart. Break up to break down. My best and losing my heart. Brace for the calm down. Chemicals. It's a miracle. I'm losing my head. I'm losing my heart. See, are these all running? Blame it on the chemicals. No! That's all I gotta say. It's just, oof. Oh, wait. Do we have a dive? We do. But they're kind of shit. Never mind. It was worth a shot. It's like the most Tomb Raider ass dive, and I don't really want that. This is what we want. Break up to break down. Actually, you know what? You know what? Actually, I changed my mind. Time to rotate this man. Can we figure out what the hell is going on with this? I am going to actually move him. This makes 0 sense. There's a lot going on with this this pose here, man. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. You know what I'm saying? Just hold it right there. Y'all can't see what these arms are doing, but when I say that they are freaking out, I really do. I do mean that. They are having what I would call a time. Okay, we got it. We got it figured out. I got it unlocked. I'm doing it. Holy shit. Yeah, sorry if today is like the most boring ass stream of all time. I've been having a lot of those lately. You hate me. Okay, censored. Do I have any swimming? Uh-oh. Oh, I've realized the errors of my ways. Wait, that's just the leg. Hold on, where's the body? What? I fixed it. Okay, I'm slowly figuring it out. That'll work. Lots of weird shots on this page, not gonna lie. There's like a lot of really fucking weird ones. Phew! Phew! Okay, so now unfortunately this is going to call for, at this last panel, an unnecessarily complicated background, which I'm not very excited about, but you know what? Thus is life. My allergies are going crazy today. Absolutely nuts. Not gonna lie. And me. All right. All right. Oh my god, this is a really small panel. Why? Sure. Oh, man, sorry about my face, y'all. Here we are. Y'all, the smoke down here is so bad. The sky is orange. That is what is in my nose right now. Also, I hope you enjoy your Dairy Queen. How you doing, Cal? Ice cream on a hot day sounds amazing. I don't know if you guys are getting hit with the heat wave also. Oh my god. Let's see. Oh god! It decided to face the certainty of death. That's tragic, but also thus is the law of nature. Actually, I'm not a huge fan of how much that cut. Well, guys, it's time to get a snack. If you haven't gotten a snack today, then get a snack. Why are you like this? Hold on. I really would like that. Thank you. Alright, so now I'm going to open up my references. I always forget that Dairy Queen has, like, regular people food. My brain goes, that's an ice cream store. It is, but it also has the normal food. It also has regular people stuff, believe it or not. Actually, I don't like this reference. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this. I found a better reference. What kind of blizzard did you get? Sorry, my brain is fucking, running off of, like, I think, the hamster that's running in the wheel is currently having a stroke. So, that being said, if I just, like, fucking, I almost said Mitch McConnell. That's fucking terrible. If I blue screen, it's because, I'm dying. Nah, by that I mean, my brain is just not equipped to, handle today. I'm a horrible human. I'm full of spite. Ooh, double choco brownie. Ooh! I love that chocolate. Like, chocolate ice cream is my fave for sure. It is delightful. Not quite. Nice. Their hot fudge is pretty damn good, though. Truly. It's really, really tasty. Mm. I promise I'm not totally dying, only 50% dying. Y'all, when we get back from ads, you guys have to tell me I have an Am I the Asshole question to ask. Trying to get my brain to not, to catastrophize, and it's hard. Actually, all right, so I recognize we are all young people here, relatively speaking. Okay, let me know. This is my Am I the Asshole question for the day. All right, so picture this. This has been several months of this bullshit, and I want to make sure that I'm not crazy and feeling like I am not wrong. Okay? So I've been working with this lady with Pavendo. I won't say which author it is. And she is very old. So the whole problem started because we do outreach for these people, right? Email outreach. So my team will find like a bunch of different outreach points, email them so they can be podcasters, influencers, somebody, reviewers, right? Somebody who is going to give a little bit of extra traction on her book, right? Some opportunities there. She has her book published through Penguin Random House. They're very specific about how many review copies, free copies they send out to people, right? Because obviously that can be expensive, right? It's expensive to print and ultimately results in money being used, right? So she told me in the very beginning, I sent out email requests and she was like, I can't send out free books to everybody, so I'm going to send it out to this guy who writes a magazine. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. First of all, this story is only kind of funny, but mostly stressful. So this lady then emails my boss out of nowhere and is like, I think I regret hiring you and your services. You and your team are doing nothing. All of the podcast opportunities that I've gotten myself. You know, she's very angry, right? Clearly, it's some Karen behavior. So I emailed my boss as soon as I saw that email, and I did not respond to it because I was like, how would you like me to handle it? He was like, I got it. I'm like, okay. So she starts complaining. So then he starts to try and ask me where the communication breakdown is. So I told him exactly what I was told, which is that she only wants to send out physical books to specific people. I then asked her for the ebook copy of her book. She sent it my direction, and she said, if any future, especially podcasters, send us outreach emails, let us know. No one else sent an inquiry after that point. So she got several physical book requests, nothing else, right? So at this point, I told my boss that. I was like, yeah, we got nothing, right? So she wants me to send ebooks to people that don't exist, right? These people have not, nobody's reached out. Nobody wants free copies of this book. Nobody's interested. And he was like, okay, no problem. Did you send the ebook out to these people that she requested? And I said no, because she never told me to, right? She told me to send them out to people who I knew were podcasters and nobody else. And he was like, oh, I can see what happened. Okay, well, can you please send out the ebook that she sent to the people who requested a physical book and let them know that they are not getting the physical, they're just getting the ebook. And I was like, sure, I'll do that. So I download the ebook that she sent me, sent them out to those other couple of people, right? Then I get an email back from one of the influencers, and they say, hey, just as a heads up, the file that you sent me is not an ebook interior copy of her book. It's a medical power of attorney form. And I was like, the fuck? So I look at the file, and the file is labeled PDF ebook version and then her book title. So this old ass woman downloaded her own medical power of attorney form, renamed the file to be the interior of her ebook, and then sent me that. And I thought, I don't know. So this is the am I the asshole question, right? This is where this question comes in. Am I at fault because this lady sent me some random ass file and I didn't double check it? Or is this on her? Right? Because so far she has been effectively not communicative at all. And it has resulted in her talking shit about me, like behind my back to my boss, etc., etc. So is this my fault and should I feel bad for not double checking the file? Or is it to the point where it's like, this is clearly something is fucking going on and there's nothing that I could have done in this situation? And actually, in order to ease my anxiety, I need to actually just go and check an email really quick to see if my boss got back to me on this. Because I feel fucking batshit. No, okay, I'm glad I'm not just like completely baffled as well. Let's see what my boss said. Oh, thank God. Okay, he understands. Thank God. He was like, I'm trying to track down an ebook copy for you. I'll keep you posted. Thank God. Okay, because I was worried he was going to be upset. And I was like, if this blows back on me because this lady is like, well, maybe your staff should have checked. I'm like, ma'am, This is your files. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I've been super anxious about that for the last, like, 12 hours. Also, hi, Carol. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for that tee-hee. I'm trying to do mental gymnastics to work through whatever the fuck is happening at my job. I'm just so sick of, like, boomers. I'm to the point where I don't think, and it's a very prejudiced, like, I recognize it's an overgeneralization and kind of a prejudiced thing to say, to be like, I'm not working, I don't want to work with boomers ever again, right? But at this point, based on this job experience, I can say, oh, whoops, this is like, not, this is off camera, I'm okay. I can say with certainty that these people are legitimately the worst fucking people I've ever worked with in my whole life. And I've done customer service jobs before, right? Like, I used to work restaurant, you know? Like, I've done that before. I've worked front desk at a college. I've done that. Arguably, me dealing with my students every single day is customer service, you know? And I have never in my life seen something like this. And I'm worried. I don't want my boss to be mad at me, and I'm frustrated because, like, I don't want to be doing this job anymore. You know, like, it's starting to get to the point where I can kind of understand maybe why the last girl quit, because if these were the clients that she was dealing with on the day-to-day, like, of course you're gonna have, like, you know, some clients are just gonna suck, and that's just the way that it goes. But, like, I think as people get more and more illiterate, is the word I'm going to use, it's starting to make doing certain jobs physically impossible. And this is one of those instances, I think. And I'm tired. I guess where I'm at, I don't know what to do because I'm actively having, like, this is so far, we're going on week 3 of a pretty severe PTSD episode. And I'm just, like, kind of expected to just continue to just work and not stop because I need to get paid. And I don't know how I'm supposed to physically continue to do that. And I recognize it looks like I'm, like, you know, shirking my job and all this other shit because I'm, you know, I'm over here streaming and stuff. But, like, arguably, this is also income as well. And this is definitely much more preferable to working with boomers sending me the wrong fucking files and stuff. I need to send him an email back and let him know that I appreciate the extra help that he is giving with this client. I just don't want to feel like I'm inept at my job. You know, that's like I think a #1 thing that millennials deal with in the workplace is, especially boomers, treating us like we are literal children and that we can't do our jobs. But then they're also, like, the same people who are like, "How does Wi-Fi work?" And it's like, this is not our fault. Like, I hate to be this dude, but all of the technical issues and shit that are happening is not our fault. And we're expected to kind of just, like, kiss ass and deal, I guess. And I can't really tolerate that. It's fucking awful. Well, and see, you want to know what's crazy, Cal? I think it's not that they just don't want to learn. I actually think it's that they physically can't learn. And that's pretty crazy. Like, you definitely don't want to be, like, obviously ableist or anything like that, or ageist in this particular situation. But, I'm kind of to the point where I'm pretty sure that a lot of these people, ate a shitload of lead paint. And they have lost, especially when you get to that certain age, right? Like, not to use like my own, country situation as an example, but Donald Trump yesterday, I think, said in an active meeting, earlier this morning, he called Vladimir Zelensky Putin twice during that meeting while sitting directly next to him. Okay. And then also said, quote, "We had 111 missiles shot by the Islamic Republic of Japan." The Islamic Republic of Japan does not exist. Right? It's not real. That doesn't exist. And so I don't think that this is an incident of Donald Trump, for example, in this particular case, intentionally trying to confuse people. I think that legitimately he's so old that his brain is Swiss cheese and just garbles words together, right? And I recognize this happens to me as well. Like, obviously, again, I'm in the middle of a PTSD fucking roller coaster ride here, and because of it, there are certain instances throughout the day where I can't even remember what my own name is, right? And that can get kind of crazy. You're sitting there and somebody's like, "Hey, who is this order for?" And you're sitting there going, and you're just the blinking white guy meme because your brain does not have the physical wherewithal to be able to actually answer the question, which is crazy, right? So knowing that dementia at its core is like an inflammatory disease, right? And so that means that when there's inflammation, there's brain fog, and so that sucks, right? That sucks. And so I look at Donald Trump and I see his brain trying to fire. And so I think that that's actually what's happening to these ultra old people. And we're talking people who are 80 and older, right? In most cases at this point, is that it's not that they can't learn, it's that they physically are incapable of doing so because these synapses in their brain is not firing. They're not firing appropriately. Like, you're to the point where it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So crazy, right? And so I'm not really sure. So I think I'm to the point where, like, working with boomers now is like it is a geriatric population. And it is like, these people should not, they effectively are like grown toddlers, and they need to have somebody with them to teach them how to use shit, or to like show them how things work, because if they don't have that, then they don't know what's going on. Like, genuinely, they have no idea what the fuck is happening to them. So it's a weird place to be, I think. I wish that it was so simple. I wish that it was like, they just won't learn. They're just like little entitled pieces of shit and they won't learn, right? Like, that at least would explain shit. But like I think about this other boomer ass author that I work with. His name's Jordan Rhodes. He's actually wonderful. And he actually may be older than a boomer. He might be silent generation, actually. He's quite old. He survived the firebombing of London. He literally like survived the Blitzkrieg as a baby, so good job. But he's really old. But the difference between him and a lot of the other boomers that we work with is that he calls him his partner, right? But he's a business partner. He's a younger dude that is in his like 50s or 60s, I think. And that guy handles all of this very old man's business affairs for him. And so if there are things that are too complicated for him to understand or he needs help with, this guy is not afraid to ask other people to help. He's unafraid of that. And so I really do think that it's a matter of like, okay, how willing are they to ask for help? It's hard, really hard. What did I just come back to? Caro, I'm dealing with boomers and they don't know how to read. And I'm expected as like a millennial to effectively backpack older people's incompetencies and just like take it like a whipping post, which I'm like slowly losing my mind over. And I keep applying to jobs, and I'm really just hoping that I just get something, because I am slowly losing it. Also, Donald Trump made up a country today. That also happened. So, hold on, where is she when we need her? Hold on. For just a moment. This is what we got. So, woo! God, Miley was such a baby. It wasn't her fault. Help her. This was everybody this morning in America. As like literally half of my state is on fire. I'm losing my fucking mind, guys. People are like, how are you doing? And I'm like... Fucking A. So yeah. I'm like hysterical, right? People are like, what's going on? I like hysterics is the only way that I can describe what's happening. Things can make me cry. Holy shit. So yeah, I don't know. I'm done with this job. And what I don't want to have happen is my boss go, hey, you're not capable of dealing with this shit, and then reduce my hours. Because if my hours get reduced, I can't pay for rent. You know, like, it's such a scary thing to be, effectively just an at-will contract employee. Like, I have no job security. I have no insurance. I got nothing. You know, it's like, at any moment. So, the instability is real. And so the last thing that I want is this fucking boomer to be the reason that my boss decides that I can't handle my job as a manager. You know? Fucking crazy. Yeah, I legitimately think that this was like the most depressing 4th of July that most Americans have experienced in a long time. Do you eat around the mix so you can shotgun the tasty bits, or do you eat it normally, Cal? That is a question. That is such a hypothetical. To be honest, it's actually been a very, very long time since I've eaten a Blizzard. And I don't normally get Blizzards when I go to Dairy Queen, actually. I normally get a soft serve cone dipped in just chocolate, because I am an old man. But I love that for you. If that's your strat, what a strat. Oh my god. That is such a thing. And I love that humans are like this. I love that we have this. I don't know what this is, but I love that. Oh yeah, that's true, because I guess because the blizzard, like, melts, then all the stuff goes down there. That makes sense. It makes sense. You don't want to be changed like it changed me. You don't want to be changed like it changed me. You don't want to be changed like it changed me. The gods I didn't want. I'm used to being lost. I never felt like I belonged. My mama wasn't wrong. You ever just like swan dive directly into hell? Yeah, I don't know. Do not share blizzards with Travis. I go for the tasty bits first and then drink the ice cream. If you do that, if you guys share, then what you have at the end of the day is an empty cup. This seems like it changed me. That's when I gotta close my eyes. I heard the voice inside my mind. The universe, it knows your time and told me everything's alright. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Holy shit. On the plus side, yesterday I learned that even as a non-permanent resident in Canada, I can get insurance, which is fucking insane. America would never. Fucking giving insurance to a visitor? Never. That's silly shit. I am the one that I've been fighting the whole time. It has no place in the divine. Okay, so this is where this sucks. I have to draw this massive background back here, and I'm every other panel was a mercy. This is the killing blow here, guys. You said all the edges got so sick, and now everything you saw then can't be unseen. Just open up your eyes, the signs are waiting. You said don't ever eat the acid if you don't want to be changed like it changed me. Last night I saw it all. Last night I talked to God. Actually, hold on. I need to fucking... Yeah, no, this makes sense. God dang fucking swimming underwater. That's all I gotta say. Don't go swimming. God dang swimming panels. Dang it, Bobby. Where's King of the Hill when you need it? Yeah, sure. That works. Okay, underwater clothing physics sucks butt. That's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. I'm just gonna kinda... this is a very small panel, so I'm just going to kind of wing it and people can deal. If people are like, why does this panel look weird? I'm going to be like, I have PTSD. You try drawing 292 pages of a comic while working 3 other jobs. Oh, God. Whoa. Whoa! Bubbles. This is going to be a good excuse for some bubbles. Okay, but now I need to figure out what the fuck this Dragon Palace looks like. Y'all, I don't know. Did I think this far? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Is this a talk box connected to a guitar? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You're like, I will hold myself back from devouring the tasty bits. It's a lot of self-control, Chips. Self-control that I do not possess. Okay. Oh, interesting. A lot of people just interpret this as just like a regular Chinese palace, but it just is under... Guys, guess what? It's a regular Chinese palace, but it's underwater. Would you fucking believe it? Would you fucking believe it? Don't get away. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, but I don't want to use a potentially controversial building, though. Like me. Okay, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to use the power of computation. I finagled sending my AP scores to the school to see if those will count for extra credit. Oh, heck yeah! I hope that they do. Some schools take them, or they'll, like, completely cancel out classes for them sometimes, which is pretty sick. I love that. My IB scores did jack shit for me, because Remcat is greedy. Also, yes, definitely, Caro. Everybody should hydrate. Everybody should get a snack. I appreciate you guys so much. I would be, no joke, fucking miserable if I didn't have the ability to hang out with you all during the day. I'm not gonna lie. It would be fucking torture, I think. So... I got some trail mix. Also, everybody should sit up. I was shrimping real bad. Okay, that didn't work. What do you have issues with the rendering? Not as like a judgmental question, but maybe I can help. Okay, let's get this magnetic lasso. We're going to do this my way. Is it going to be perfect? No, but will it work? We're going to try our damnedest here. Look at all these birds flying around this thing. Everything. That's a little broad. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to help with that. I guess, and I recognize this is a tricky question. Is it the light source? Is it the actual brushes used for the rendering? Is it, you know, a little bit of column A, column B? Is it differentiating between form shadow, cast shadow, ambient occlusion? Those kinds of things. Because I recognize there are a lot of components to rendering. Is it not finding a satisfying rendering technique to work with your line art, cell shading versus digital painting? You know, like, there's a lot of questions I think that I could definitely ask. I recognize this is not the prettiest, but that's okay. All right. Now, I'm going to delete this. Hello? Okay. I'm going to revert invert. Now I'm going to Control T. Oh my god, it's smart enough. We're going to kind of photo bash this together because I do not really want to, like, draw this whole background. And now that I have the ability to do this, oh my god, this is everything, guys. Look at it! Oh my god, crazy. Alright, let's get some mountains in here. So let me go over to Pexels while this is figuring its shit out. Cliff. I'm actually going to go with, excuse me, with Cliff. Amazing. Oh my god. And it even upscaled the resolution a little bit. Crazy. Is it perfect? No. But will it do for the sake of this? Yes. I'm going to move Wukong down a little bit for the sake of composition. Okay. Crazy. That's so fucking useful. Alright. So now let's get some cliffs. And the tricky bit is that I need cliffs from above. Oh? Oh, this might be it. Let's see what we got. This is actually a little bit... I'm going to do this instead. Because I'm almost wondering... Can I line this up with this little rocky face? Oh, I think I can. This will make a lot more sense once I convert all of this stuff together, y'all. It'll make sense. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we got this going on. And then I'm gonna need... This will make sense. TDM, TDM, TL, TDM, TL, TDM. Oh man, these people actually have fantastic photos. Thank you to all these artists who provide these free assets. Crazy. Like, wow. Damn. The only problem with this tool from Photoshop is that it does not do well with inorganic subjects. It hates it. Does not like at all. You know what? Oh, look at that. I'll go with it. Honestly, I think the same thing happened to me. To be honest, I don't even remember what my IB scores were. I did fine in English and art, and that's all that I know. I got my IB diploma by 1 point, which is high-key so stressful. Okay, so I'm going to have to rasterize these and merge these together at some point. That's okay. Let's get some more coral. Oh, this is pretty good. Let's see if it can select this subject. I don't know if it'll be able to do this. Nope. Which is unfortunate. So actually... You know what? Sure. Thankfully, you guys will see what I'm doing with this method. It's going to make a lot of sense. It'll make sense. It'll make sense. So this is called photo bashing. Just in case anybody wanted to know what I was doing. Oh, I see, I see. Maybe skip 2 years of art class. Oh my god, they were like, you're too powerful. Too powerful. I need you to chill out, Chips. Yeah, photo bashing is, I wish that this was slightly better than what I've got going on right now. But it's okay. It will take me just as long, if not longer. Damn, can I do like a... Oh, there we go. I was like, I need you to actually just select shit. Damn. That's okay. This'll work too. I'll go put it behind the... Put this behind here like this. This'll work. And then I really do need some fish, I think. Yeah, this will work. Okay, so now I'm going to take everything that is on top, merge this together. So now we have all of these, and I'm going to harmonize it with the thing below it. Oh, totally. Yeah, I'll try and get to them later for sure, Caro. No biggie at all. I wish that I wasn't so hella busy, but I understand. It's kind of a complex subject. But yeah, if you want to DM me about anything or ask in the critique corner, I'd be glad to you know, make a little demo or any of those things. Okay, so let's see what we got here. That's better. That'll work. Okay, so now, this looks like ass for now. Give it a second. All right. Let's do, sure. And then let's do like a 20. Okay, so I recognize this looks like ass. Let me cook. Just let me cook here. And we're going to do a little bit of painting over top of this as well. Not quite. Okay, so there's obviously some issues with it being able to see everything. So I need it to be really crisp. And actually, hold on now. I may have to do this again. Hold on now. Okay, let me make sure. All right. Okay. So let's try this again. All right, so now that looks like ass. However, I'm going to go in. Okay. Hi, Gamby. How you doing? Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, much better. So now we're going to just kind of continue to bash this together. Let's get some actual, you know, let's get this thing in here in a way that looks organic. Because as of right now, not so much. And actually, I kind of want, like, stairs. This can be just a vague, like, shape. I am doing as best as I can. Unfortunately, the PTSD has hit me like a truck. But that's okay. And sometimes that's what happens. So now I am doing the best that I can. As of right now, Wukong has had a hissy fit and is going to go whine about how stupid all of this stuff is with the Buddha and all of that to Dragon Princes, because at least he can complain to somebody who will listen. But you should check out chapter 12 if you have not yet. It is uploading every week onto Tapas and onto Webtoon as well. So chapter 12 is now officially up and out there. He is also going to get a little bit of foreshadowing this chapter about some other stuff going on out and around Los Angeles. Or at least I'm going to attempt to do so because I have not really done so yet. In this chapter, so we're going to do that. Yeah, this is good. I need some foreground elements here really, really bad, so this is what this is lacking. I'm going to go ahead and... We're using a lot more digital painting than I thought we were going to in this particular shot, but that's okay. Because I don't mind. This is like effectively all the principles that I use when thumbnailing. Okay, so I need some, like, fish. Okay, and actually, before I do this, I'm actually changing the color of this thing back here. Actually, wait. I'm gonna frame this, because this looks really cool. But I need more of that color contrast. Apparently there's some weird shit going on over here. I don't have any idea what this is. This can go away. Okay, so now we need to continue to paint. All right, let me go over here. We're gonna get some fish. It actually is probably going to be quicker for me to paint this, not going to lie. Okay. This would be a good time for me to have, like, some fish brushes, but to be honest, I wonder if I do. Nope. This is one of those concept art things where you don't think that you're going to be drawing fish that often, but surprise! I'm just going to give a little bit more fishes, you know? Fish. Vaguely fish-shaped. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of conversations with dragons now, which is exciting. All right, so now we got some fish. We do love some fish. I might put another fish over here. Hold on. Fish. Do you guys love my goldfish cracker shaped fish? We're not going to talk about it. They're doing great. They're doing great. Okay, so now I need to bring way more of this kind of glowing over here, so that way it's less rigid. We don't know what that is. Fuck if I know. I don't know what kind of magical tomfoolery that is. But we're gonna have a bunch of it. Isn't there, like, there should be like a debris brush. What is this? Don't know if I like that much. I'm going to do this on a new layer so that way I can appropriately have some, like, kind of magic shit going on over here. That way there can be some fun shit going on. Yeah, I am making the decision now to effectively just continue for the rest of forever to use photo bashing to get these more complex backgrounds done, because this was clearly the right choice. Let's see. I need... Yeah, not bad. Alright, so now I need... Actually, I'm going to stick with this brush first. Let me look at an image underwater. So we're going to go do that. Looks like if we're looking at this going back, it just gets darker as it goes into the background and meets at the middle as it gets dark. So we're going to grab this. We're going to get a little darker. Lock this layer. And make that go like that. And then we're going to take this. And we're going to make this a little darker. I did not expect to be painting the ocean. But this is, look at that! That's what we're doing! That's what we're doing! is this? No. I wish... I bet you I can find a photo. It's whatever this is. This is exactly what I need. Because in that way I can have a little bit of this, but I need to fix the perspective. And then I also need to make it long. Control Shift U, and then let's which blending mode is going to be the one for me? I think it is going to be lighter color. I just need to make sure none of these are outside of the, there we go, outside of the bounding boxes of the panel. Okay, so now we got to keep adding on, keep building up. I'm going to grab this. We're going to get Pebble. So just in case anybody was curious how these fast-ass backgrounds come together, this is how. Okay, so now this looks really blank up here, but I promise this will make sense. I'm just going to kind of go ahead and put some bubbles in here. Oh, Lord. It's a little bit intense. I kind of want less bubbles. Let me very carefully. Come on. There's got to be a better bubble than this. Oh, this is like really, that's a photo-based brush. I'm not a fan of that. There we go, better. Hydrate, everybody should hydrate. Okay, but this actually has very strong lighting. I'm not super mad about this. This thumbnail is looking great from a distance, even if people can't tell 100% what it is. Does not look bad, and that's what matters. I'm not really going to spend like too much time on a panel that's not very like, I guess, super important. This is pretty good. For a photo bash background, that ain't bad. The only thing that I can think of that I'd maybe want to do is to provide just a little bit of, you know, just a little bit of line work here. But actually, maybe not. I think it'll be okay. Nah, it'll be okay. I actually think we need some more like corals and stuff growing off the side of this to integrate it in. Because otherwise this doesn't look like it's built into this rock. It looks like it's kind of sitting on top. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. All right, well, that was insane. Let me go ahead and merge all of this shit except for Wukong. Where is he? I lost him. I lost him. Guys, he's dead. There he is. I found him. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. You know, for having only 2 brain cells functioning right now, that's actually pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Actually, I'm going to download this. That's not what I wanted. Not bad, Jim. Actually, you know what's interesting? Can I do just the filter to just this? Yes! Oh my god, wait, this changes everything! Not bad. Not bad. I'm going to use this brush. Actually, maybe not. This is too canvassy. This. Henium. All right, I'm going to get up for just a second and go take a quick break. But I'm actually very impressed with the fact that we got through this much in such a short time with literally 2 functioning brain cells. That shit is insane. Insane. Okay, so let me save this. I will be right back. I have returned. I only have about 10 minutes left before my parents get here to move shit, but here I am. Something to the mezzanine. Dreams go to California. Everyone would adore her. 4 in the morning. Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Wake up with another plan. Oop, guess who forgot to shade in some of the black on this? It was me. Awkward. She drinks, she go to California. Everyone would adore her. So call her till 4 in the morning. Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? I can't believe I'm like this fucking far into this comic. This is insane. I'm gonna feel very weird when this thing is done. Do you feel like you're irrelevant? Do you feel like you're just scared as fuck? Is there any life on Mars? 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 Okay, so unfortunately I cannot fucking forget, actually, because otherwise I definitely will. That I need the head special effects. Hello, where is the... Okay, it's just these three. And this. Throw that in here. I'm going to also duplicate this and throw it down here as well. Hello. This makes sense. You just gotta trust me on this one. I'm not gonna redo all of this. Your sins, it's not fair, it wasn't my idea to let you in. Understand your problems or where the shit is. It's not fair, it wasn't my idea to let you in. Hello? There we go, better. Made a mistake. I'm done with your sins. It's not fair, it wasn't my idea to let you in. Okay, so we're gonna put panel 3 I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of this piece so that we can see, at least looks like I am doing this differently every time. Because otherwise, that shit's kind of lazy, not gonna lie. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna turn this off for now. Maybe all your data, nothing but your sins. It's not fair, it wasn't my idea to let you in. Actually, I need, like, the ocean. I really don't want to do a bunch of these. This is good. Well, actually, I have a feeling that this one's going to be better. Oh, hello. Okay, not bad. I guess I only have 1 more minute, but I really should. I'm gonna fill in this stuff. I recognize I was like really, really late to stream today. So I probably could have finished this page if I had been on time, but also my brain waits for no one. My brain does not give a shit when it has the trauma, so woohoo. It does not care. It works by the laws of no man. Phew. God, the allergens are so bad. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go. But this was good progress, and actually I made quite a bit of progress in actually with like 30 minutes of less time. I think I could have finished it, but I'm really pleased with the bottom last panel in terms of how it looks. So that looks great. I'll finish this up tomorrow. Hopefully I can get some fucking sleep. We'll see how that goes. But I appreciate everybody, and I'll be back likely tomorrow with some more comic stuff. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.